Hello, welcome. Today I've got another ink sort of review for you. This is by the Birmingham Pen Company and it is called Honeycomb Twinkle Sprinkle. So they have these twinkle sprinkles that are basically glitter that you can put in your fountain pen ink. It is not actually glitter because that would be too big. The particles would be too large. But here's how it looks in the bottle. See how it's like swirling in there? It's a very, very, very fine particle size. Here's the label. And this is going to add a nice shimmer to the inks. And I recently purchased a bottle of their Phoenix, which I think will be a good match for this. Look how pretty that is. Anyways, so we're going to test this out on its own first, and then we will test it on, or test it in the ink. So I'm going to actually make a swatch of this, I think, and my plan is to put some in here, and I'll use this to mix the inks. So let me just get that ready. I should have had this already. Sorry about that. I'm going to put it in here so I don't spill it. And this has an eyedropper, which is super handy. So I'm just going to put some in here. I don't know how much I want, but I do like a lot of shimmer. So that's probably already more than enough, but I'm going to overdo it a little bit and just see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, I hate it and have to dilute it some more. All right, let me put this over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to make a swatch of this since it's in here. I don't even know if this is going to work, to be honest, because I don't think I swatched their other one. So this might just be stupid, but we'll find out. And it is, or it should be anyway, a clear solution with just the shimmer. So I don't know if you can write with this, if it'll be legible. But that never stopped me, I guess. All right, enough of that. We'll use this to write honeycomb. Oh yeah, you cannot read that. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to just let this dry the way it is, and I'm going to add some colors to this, and then we will come back and write the label. We'll be right back. All right, so here's the plan. Like I said, I wanted to make a nice shimmer ink out of this. And they do dilute this down. This is not just solid, I mean, you could tell because it's liquid. This is not just solid shimmer powder. This is this has some sort of a solution in there. And I can see a little bit stuck to the bottom. That's why I keep shaking it. Okay. I'm just going to add a few more drops because this is not, I don't think this is going to clog anything. All of my, almost all my pens have a medium or larger size nib, so they should be able to handle this monstrosity that I'm going to make. Okay, and here is the Phoenix ink. And what I'm going to do is, I have like these little pipettes here. I'm just going to get some out here and fill this up as much as I can. Because like I said, I want this to be legible. I don't want it to just be shimmer. I guess I could let it evaporate and then, no, that's a terrible idea. Okay. That's probably more than enough. All right, so put the cap on this before I spill it. Okay, so I'm going to use this after I shake it up. I'm going to use this to write the name on that swatch card. All right, that's how that looks so far. And also, interestingly, this is still damp. I'm wondering if this will, well, it should dry. I don't think that's a real issue. I was worried it might not dry, but I'm sure it will. Okay, so this is a honeycomb. Twinkle. Sprinkle. And Phoenix. The Birmingham. I don't know if I left myself enough room to write all this. Pen Company. Okay, we'll just have to make do. Alright, so again, that's how it's looking so far. I'm going to put this back under the fan. I'll be right back. Alright, so now, clearly we need to test this out on some paper. I'm just going to grab some regular old HP 32. I'm not going to do a whole like swatch test because this is just something I made. It's not real ink you can buy. I mean, you can buy the components, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to see if I can even... Can I? No, it's not going to work. Anyway, I'm going to lay down a bunch of ink here. I'm going to see how much sparkle we get from this. That's really what I'm wondering is how much of that solution do I need to add. Usually with these sorts of things, you don't need to add a whole lot, and you probably don't want to because you can clog the feed. But I'm just curious. Of course, we'll label this Honeycomb Twinkle Sprinkle and Phoenix. And this is HP 32 paper. There we go. Alright, so far this is how it's looking. I am seeing some shimmer in there, so that's good. That means it's doing what it's supposed to do. I will be right back. I'm going to check our swatch. Alright, I'm back. So here's how this turned out. Here is the swatch. It is a tiny bit still damp. I think using purely the Twinkle Sprinkle solution takes longer to dry. It's dry up here, but down here where I put more of it, it's just not quite dry. The writing is dry. And you can see it's given it a beautiful golden sheen. I hope that, or actually it is a shimmer rather, but it's so pretty. I don't know if the camera's even picking that up. I'm trying. But let's see if we can get it to focus. But anyway, on here, where I've put down the ink, you can see it's definitely got a gold shimmer to it. And again, I hope the camera picks this up. It's very, very pretty. So there is some nice shimmer. It's subtle. And it looks really nice. So it really gave this ink a whole new dimension now, which I was super happy when I saw this. I thought, oh, that's going to be so pretty with that honeycomb twinkle. So anyway, I hope you like this. I will leave links down below for all this stuff. And of course, as you know, their stuff sells out immediately. So if it's there when you check, I don't know, but just sign up for their alerts and they will let you know when they put things back in stock. So hopefully you'll be able to find it. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It helps me out, but also it helps you stay up to date on what I'm posting. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.